right, in part 3 of effective B2B ad campaigns, we're going to talk about campaign ideation and setup. While we always maintain consistent messaging themes, quarter over quarter, we take a sprint-based approach to marketing right now because we have a lot of experiments we want to run. Here's how we organize our 2 to 3 week sprints. First of all, we keep things lightweight from a planning standpoint, given the amount of work that goes into audience strategy and content production. However, every sprint has the following components. A goal. Every goal is written as from X to Y by Z time frame. Sprints also have a hypothesis we're testing, as well as the channels in which we are testing it. And then the key KPIs and an approach to measurement so that we know how we're going to track success or failure. We expect that the majority of our experiments will fail. So the expectation is that we will not necessarily hit our goals, but what we want is 1 out of every 3 sprints to yield an always-on motion that we can leverage week over week, month over month, and iterate on. So, with that all said, let's get into an example. So here's a sprint 2 that we are currently in progress on. Our goal is to increase signups from 20 to 30 week over week by November 17th. Our hypothesis is that pushing all paid social campaigns to optimize for signups will decrease our reach inside of our audiences, but it'll yield better ROI by allowing the ad platform algorithms to optimize the content delivery. We've got our different campaigns that we're going to run, our different channels, and then our key KPIs, which are obviously our weekly sign-up trend, our first visit to sign-up elapsed time, and our cost per acquisition. If we look at a completed sprint, you'll see that we fill in a number of other key items. So in addition to our goal and hypothesis and KPIs, we share the results. So our last sprint was an overall it wasn't a winner. We had medium efficiency, which we measured by return on ad spend, ROAS. We saw that there were 7 attributable ops generated in the 2-week time frame. The cost per influenced visit, which we'll get into in part 5 of how we measure that. This is influenced website visit, was $551. Our cost per lead was $1.6K, and our cost per opportunity was also $1.6K, which, while high, indicates that all the leads that we were generating were highly qualified, which is great, and high intent. After we dig into the results, we go into learnings and observations. So overall, we saw high quality conversion of lead to op. We saw certain channels and campaigns performed better, and then we also look at engagement, and we also examine potential ad optimizations that we could do. All in all, this approach week over week allows us to continue to iterate and refine our growth loops, particularly from how we can continues to allow us to optimize and refine how we can turn paid social into a growth loop for B2B, which means that for every dollar we spend on advertising, we are generating greater than $1 in revenue. And ideally, obviously, when we look at ROAS, we're looking for something well above return on ad spend. We're looking at something well above 4 as an indicator that we are heading in the right direction and that this is an efficient channel for us. In part 5, we'll dig into how we do measurement and attribution of our campaigns. And next up is part 4, launching campaigns.